Hello! It's been so long. How have you been? How long are your toenails? Oh, is that a good intro? Who knows? Been a few weeks since I uploaded. Just going through personal stuff. And tonight, me and my lady friend saw a very interesting movie called The Eternals. Oh, The Eternals. I wouldn't put it where it was at, like on Rotten Tomatoes. I think it's like around a 40 now, 40 to 50. But it's definitely not the best MCU movie. I would say I enjoyed it more than Thor 2 and Captain Marvel and maybe Black Widow. I don't know. It's pretty close to that one. I don't know. It's not the worst one, but it's definitely not that high. This is gonna be a spoiler-free review. Maybe at the very end I'll drop a few spoilers, but nothing crazy. But yeah, it's just they did say that it's gonna be going into the past of the MCU. But I guess they literally meant it. I mean, you saw in the trailers, if you've seen the trailers, where they're in like the old times, giving a knife or giving different weapons to advance civilization and all that. But it doesn't really go anywhere past that. That's kind of a spoiler, but I won't say exactly how. Yeah. It's kind of weird. I'm trying to think of the names of all the Eternals, and I can only get like Icarus, Cersei, Phastos, Gilgamesh, Sprite, Kingo. Hold on, I almost got him. I think it was like 9 or 10 of them. Oh god, I can't remember. Druig, I think. Like 7. I don't know. What I'm trying to get at is, it's kind of a forgettable movie, all things considered. Yeah, it's a very dialogue-driven movie, I would have to say. Like, probably 75% to 80% of the movie, from flashbacks to the current times, it's just people talking and being like, oh, what do we do? What are Eternals? What have you done this whole time in your 7,000 years or whatever being on Earth? Yada yada. And yeah, it's that for the first like 2 acts of the movie, and then like half the third act of the movie, and then you get the big fight scene, yada yada. Marvel, boom boom boom, everyone's fighting and crazy things are happening, and the movie just kind of ends. Not really a very hype movie. Like, basically, the last 2 movies I've seen were this, and on Halloween night, me and Jackie went to see Ron's Gone Wrong. And that movie fucking blows this one out of the park for just entertainment and everything else. So, anyone watching this, if you have 2 movies to see, I'd probably just go see Ron's Gone Wrong and watch a spoiler-filled review of The Eternals, and you'll save some money. So yeah, without going into any slight spoilers, I'm just gonna give it probably a 6.5 out of 10, because I did enjoy the dialogue. It's just I enjoyed it in the moment, but now I'm trying to think of the dialogue and I don't remember any of it really. Maybe I just liked hanging out with Jackie, just seeing a movie, having a nice drink, and yeah. So now I'm going to do a little bit of spoilers, because it's, yeah, maybe like a minute or two, and end the video after that. But yeah, in all the past scenes, they didn't connect anything really to the MCU. Like, they're like, oh yeah, they've been here this whole time, and they were here through all the events from Iron Man 1 all the way to Endgame and all that. But no references really in the past. No, like, hey, this person was in the Battle of New York and they were just running around doing their thing, not helping because their leader guy, I forgot what his name was, Airshon, the Searcher, something like that. He was like, you can't fight anything that is not a deviant, which are the opposite of the Eternals or something. They want to kill humanity and all living things, while the Eternals want to protect humanity and bitch slap the deviants. But they really, kind of, yeah, they're just. I didn't mention the deviants in the spoiler-free thing because they're really not in the movie that much. They are, but they're really just like, hey, it's a dog that looks like Venom a little bit. Let's like cut its head off, and that's it. But yeah, back on the what the hell am I even talking about? Back in time. Nothing really. I mean, this movie was to show the origins of the MCU, see how they were a part of it and what they saw, yada yada. Yeah, you didn't see much. It's just what I said in the spoiler-free section of, yeah, look, 7,000 years ago they showed up, about 1,000 or a little bit in. I don't know. It had dates, but it was just kind of at the bottom left corner of the screen. And yeah, so they were there. They inspired them, but they didn't protect them from themselves because they can only fight deviants. Which is, yeah, kind of weird. They could have showed them all throughout random parts of the MCU. Like, they could have shown people getting snapped away. Like I said, Battle of New York. They're just like running around. Someone's in New York. Scene. But no, none of that. Because earlier, like at the beginning of the film, they're like, oh, there's an earthquake, but it's actually a deviant. And Cersei, her power is like she can manipulate matter, change it into anything she thinks or sees fit. Like in the trailer, a bus was coming out and she turns into like flower petals or rose petals. So there's like something that's gonna fall on a student, like a cabinet, and she touched it and it just fucking pooped away. You could have showed some of that stuff in the past, like, oh, look at these people about to die from these falling rocks. Just fucking turn into whatever, just dust. Just kind of foreseeing the future of a bunch of dusty people. Well, yeah, so I guess the deviants really weren't a threat because Icarus was the main bad boy of the crew, but no one was really bad. Everyone's intentions were like, oh shit, this emergence event is gonna destroy the world, it's gonna blow up because a new celestial is gonna be born, and they create billions of life forms all over the earth or whatever. And yeah, so it wasn't really a clear bad guy. Even the deviant, there was the main deviant that was like killing the the Eternals and taking their powers. That was becoming more humanoid, like he could talk and communicate with the Eternals. He's just like, you guys have slaughtered us for so many years, or so many eons, on all these rebirth places. So I guess those deviants kind of have memory? It's interesting. Didn't even think about that. But yeah, they all just wanted to fight saving the Earth so they didn't fucking die, basically. Except for the deviant, he just wanted to kill Eternals, which was fine. And then he just got... I think he got like sliced and diced in the end by Angelina Jolie's character, which I forgot her name. No, Athena. Yeah. It's like Athena, but without the A. She even said that in the movie at the end of it. But yeah. I mean, there were some cool post-credit scene things where Kit Harington's character sees his sword where he's the Black Knight in the comics, or that's the character he's going to be. And he's like, oh, I'm going to touch it. And then in the background, you don't see him, but it's Mahershala Ali as Blade. He's like, "Oh, you sure you want to touch that?" It's like, "Oh shit, it's be a sexual scene, goddamn." Yeah, no, I don't know. And then my girl freaked out in the theater because, not for what happened. Like, I'm not really gonna explain too much, but at the end of the movie, the searcher guy is like, "You guys fucking stop the emergence. I'm gonna fucking take you to wherever." The 3 or 4 left on Earth, and these other 3 that went to space to look for other Eternals, they're just like, "Oh, we can't find anyone. We should head back because we haven't got contact from our Eternals from Earth either." And then Pip the Troll just fucking flies in, voiced by Patton Oswalt, and then he's like introducing Thanos' brother, Star Fox or Eros or something. And he's like, "Oh, you're looking for Eternals? Let me help you out." And he was played by Harry Styles. So Jackie was like, "Oh my god, my One Direction, little kidhood, whatever, is so amazing. I love it." And I was like, "Hey, pretty cool." But kind of like Venom, the post-credit scenes were the most exciting things. Venom 2. So yeah, I wish it was better. I like the dialogue, but I really can't remember any of it. The fights were fine. Icarus flew into the sun. Guess he flew way too close to the sun because he burned up and died because he was a sad boy in the end. But yeah, that's my mini-ish review of Marvel Studios' The Eternals. And the final score is a 6.5 out of 10 for me. Thanks for watching. Sorry it's been multiple weeks since my last upload, but hopefully I'm back on the bandwagon after this. Maybe with some new gameplay or some old stuff that I got, but I'm back. Hopefully. Alright, thanks for watching. Have a good night. Or morning. Or afternoon. Whatever you like. Bye.